Good afternoon and welcome to Southside Elementary's Kindergarten Kickoff. I am Jeremy Reynolds. I'm the principal here at Southside, and I want to start by just telling you guys how excited we are to have a new crop of kindergartners and kindergarten parents here at Southside. We know that you're going to love your time here, and I hope that you're able to spend the next 6 years with us here as part of the Southside Stallion family. One thing that makes Southside such a fantastic place is our great students, great parents, great teachers, and great community. All four of those groups have to work together in order to make Southside the best place it can be. We're going to jump right in with morning drop-off. So when you bring your students to school, or if they ride the bus, school opens at 7:15. So the buses are almost always all here at 7:15, and they unload their students then. And those students come in through the bottom doors, and then car riders can start dropping off their students at 7:15 as well. You can drop off your students once you enter the blue line zone, and we do ask that you pull as far forward as possible before you stop, and that way we can get as many students dropped off as quickly and as safely as possible. In order to use the car drop-off lane, though, we do want you to make sure your students can exit the car independently. Once you pull up and come to a complete stop, those students ought to be able to open the door and get out themselves. If they're unable to do that, we would ask that you would park in the center aisle of our parking lot, and this just helps the flow of traffic continue and make us able to get all of our students into the building quickly and before the tardy bell comes at 7:40. So when students come into the building, they will go directly to their classrooms or to breakfast. And this is something that's kind of to be determined. We had to change things up a little bit this year because of COVID restrictions, and students would come to the classroom first and then go to get breakfast at their designated time. However, by the time we get to August and school starts back, that may be different this year. So there'll be one or the other. Either come straight to the classroom and get organized first, or they'll go to the cafeteria and get their breakfast and then come to the classroom after they've eaten. We'll have to wait and see. It's best if students can be in their classes or in the building by 7:32 because it gives students a time to get settled in before the day actually starts at 7:40. So at 7:40, the tardy bell rings and students are counted late if they're not in the building by 7:40, and they're likely to miss some instruction and get their day started off in a hurried manner, which we don't really want that to happen. For afternoon dismissal, bus riders, car riders, after school care, etc., whatever it may be, afternoon dismissal starts at 2:35. If you, or actually everyone, needs to set their default dismissals in School Dismissal Manager. And School Dismissal Manager is an app that we use to help with our dismissal. And what happens is once, for example, if you're a car rider, you pull in to our lot, there's a place where you're to stop and check in. And once you check in there, it sends a message to the classroom teacher to let them know it's time for your student to come up to the front and get in line to come out to meet the cars. Okay. In dismissal or at any point throughout our day, safety is our most important thing. And we do ask that you make those changes early in the day if you're going to, so that we can be sure we're getting your students to the right place. So all changes do need to be made in the School Dismissal Manager app, and they have to be made by 1:30. Any changes after 1:30, you need to call directly to the school office, and the secretaries have to relay down to the teacher those changes. But it truly is best if you can make all changes within the School Dismissal Manager app and do that before 1:30. We have some little homework for you after this evening. We would like you to start working on developing independence with your child. Practice buttons, snaps, zippers, all things that they're going to need to be able to do when they get here at school. And it's hard for a teacher to help all the students with those things. So the more students we have that are independent, the better it's going to be in the classroom. Also, practice opening snacks, lunchables, ketchups, the other things that they may need for lunch. You might think that sending a lunchable with your child to school for lunch. It's not a big deal and easy. Somebody can help them with that. But if you think within a lunchable, there are usually 3 or 4 things that have to be opened, and you multiply that times 100 kindergartners, and then you're talking about an overwhelming situation for our cafeteria monitors. So if you can help students learn to open those things before they come, that would be fantastic. Also, we do want all of our students to be able to use the restroom and wash their hands independently, including pulling their pants back up, getting them buttoned, and all that stuff. Sure, we'll help out if we need to, but we prefer for students to be able to do that on their own. So practice those independent skills. And finally, for this page, this is your permission to separate for your kids a little bit more often. If they're ones that have been basically with you since birth, haven't spent very many nights away, use this opportunity to send them away to the grandparents or let them spend the night with a friend or something like that. Any chance that you have to build a little more independence for the students makes that first day of school easier.
Hello, I'm Debbie Spears, one of our school counselors at Southside. We are so excited that you will be bringing your child to kindergarten next year, in August rather. We certainly hope that we are able to have parents and loved ones in the building next year. As of this time, we do not know, but we are very hopeful that that will be the case next year. If you do plan to volunteer in our school or attend a field trip or something of that nature, we will have to have a completed background check. In order to complete your background check, you will need your driver's license with current address on it, as well as your Social Security card. When you bring that in, we can then complete the background check form. We will need a completed background check in order for you to attend any field trips or volunteer in any way or attend any type of party that your child's class may have. We are hopeful again that you all can complete this on kindergarten orientation night in August. At this time, Ms. Bargo, our other school counselor, is going to talk to you about the Brigance screening.
Hi guys, I'm Ms. Bargo. It's a pleasure to see you all and welcome your children to the Southside family. Brigance Screening is a kindergarten readiness assessment that all Kentucky's incoming K students take. Plan for it to take about 45 minutes instead of where it says 30 to 40. You'll be able to sign up for a screening time before you leave this evening. Just so you are familiar with what it is, it just assesses your child's fine and gross motor skills, language development, some general knowledge. You can see all those items listed there, as well as some self-help and social-emotional skills. They will be given the Brigance and a benchmark assessment system, which is where they'll read with the teacher. And then you will get feedback on strengths and areas of growth for your child. And we consider all of this information when we make class lists so that we have nice heterogeneous classes for the academic year. All right. Thank you guys so very much.
We absolutely are very thrilled to have your child, and we want to thank you for entrusting us with your child next school year. We are very excited for a brand new year, looking forward to getting to know you as well as your child.
Yep.
As Mr. Reynolds talked about before, it is important that we all work together because we all do want the very best for all of our students, including yours.
And it's always a great day
to be a Southside Stallion.